Tonight on Beyond the District, we take a look at how the Super Bowl has taken over the lives of many, and sometimes a second chance can change everything.
Beyond the District will return in 2 minutes.
When Les Ball gets behind the wheel,
Hello? Ken, I'm busy right now.
That's the way we get by, the way we get by. All that's the way we get by, the way we get by. That's the way we get by, the way we get by, the way. That's the way we get by. That's the way we get by. We found a new kind of dance in a magazine. Try it out, it's like nothing you ever seen. Your sweet talk like a cup, you know. When you try your best but you don't succeed, when you get what you want but not what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in reverse, and the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but it goes to waste, could it be worse? Lights will guide you.
Hello, I'm Leanna Lamasella, and welcome to TV21's Beyond the District.
And I'm Erin. Later on tonight, we will take a look at how the snow is affecting the lives of many and what little helpers are doing for the community.
But up first tonight, a man is finally given the opportunity to have functional arms since losing his at the age of 17. Let's hear this story.
when Les Ball gets behind the wheel, his feet do the driving. Les has gotten around this way for 40 years, ever since he lost both arms at 17.
It was a foot race over a pile of gravel. And I just happened to win the foot race and run right into a set of power lines.
Les tried prosthetics, but he says they were crude and painful. Now, the limbs he's been waiting for. Zach Harvey with Bulow Prosthetics came up with a state-of-the-art design. Les is the perfect recipient.
Let's do some elbow up.
That's because 3 years ago, Les was in a study at Johns Hopkins. He had surgery, reassigning the nerves that once controlled his arms and hands to now control artificial limbs. He made history there, operating both arms by simply thinking. Now, Zach has made Les his own set of arms, 8 sensors on each. Software sends it to the arms.
Wrist in, wrist out. Close.
Les is excited to finally do simple things, like pushing a grocery cart.
And then the beauty of it was going to be, I'm going to be able to take something off the shelf and put it in the cart.
The arms are bionic, but Les says he's not the $6 million man, but he hopes to be a man with more freedom.
Up next, we'll take a look at President Obama's comedic speeches and which lucky ladies received a kiss from Mr. President.
Mr. Speaker, the President of the United States.
The shadow of crisis has passed, and the state of the union is strong. This is good news, people. We need to set our sights higher than just making sure government doesn't screw things up. This Congress still needs to pass a law that makes sure a woman is paid the same as a man for doing the same work. It's 2015. It's time. If you truly believe you could work full-time and support a family on less than $15,000 a year, try it. We need affordable, high-quality child care more than ever. It's not a nice to have. It's a must-have. I have no more campaigns to run. I know because I won both of them. And if a bill comes to my desk that tries to do any of these things, I will veto it. It will have earned my veto. I know there's bipartisan support in this chamber, that we are still more than a collection of red states and blue states, that we are the United States of America.
Coming up, we take a look at what one now depressed Seattle Seahawks fan did in support for his favorite team for this year's Super Bowl.
Well, it's a good neighborhood. We actually like this neighborhood.
Of all the differences between Northwest and Southwest, perhaps the most pronounced is how the neighborhoods look.
It's a good neighborhood. Everybody gets along pretty well.
Yes, the feel in the Valley of the Sun is decidedly beige. And because of that, it's easy to tell when your neighbors are from Washington.
Well, it's an interesting house.
It does stand out a little bit, doesn't it?
Ashton Fitzwater
Little bit.
has brought some color from Silverdale, Washington to Chandler, Arizona.
You don't have that down here.
Last year for the Super Bowl, he painted the logo in his yard.
We had to step it up, and painting the house was the only logical thing to do.
We were excited because he got out there and he was going to paint it because the trim and stuff needed to be painted. And it's like, you're going to paint it, you know? And he says, yes, I am. And he painted it to Seahawk colors.
Larry McAmore actually kind of likes it, though if neighbors here hadn't already thought about forming a homeowners association,
You know, we had to get the Legion of Boom up there.
there's a good chance they'll consider it now.
They love it. They're on board with it.
We need to get him out of the neighborhood.
Leave it to the Broncos fan next door
He won't leave, though. We just have to put up with it.
to maybe hold a little grudge from last year.
You know it.
Good neighbor.
But really, that's what bonds this area together.
It's definitely a football neighborhood.
While all the other homes might be tan, NFL colors of all varieties are on display,
You know, we have to have fresh paint for the game. Game ready.
though none quite as proudly as the ones right outside Larry's window.
Yeah, we got a bird room in there and it looks right out on his house. So, you know.
A bird room, perfect for admiring a Seahawk.
You got to keep this reasonable.
Little Micah is a strong survivor that had a second chance at life after receiving a heart transplant. Let's take a look at his courageous story.
Little Micah Muller is a rambunctious 7-year-old who loves to play competitively with his older sisters. That's why it's hard to believe this young boy was not expected to live through the new year.
It's amazing. It's surreal. Never thought that we would be here. Just never thought it.
Lavon Doherty gets emotional when talking about her son's 7-year fight for survival. Micah was born with a rare heart condition called hypoplastic left heart syndrome. At just 1 week old, he had his first surgery. By 5 months, surgery number 3. Last September, Micah was admitted to Cleveland Clinic's Children's Hospital after having some complications. And by October, he was put on a heart transplant waiting list.
Just the idea of, okay, I'm wishing for another child to die, you know, another family's worst tragedy to save my own. Psychologically, it can do a number on you.
On December 20th, the family got word that there was a match. Hours later, Micah was in the operating room.
He was literally dying just a month or so ago. Now he has a normal heart, and he is recovering from, literally a lifetime of being sick.
Micah, how do you feel right now?
I feel okay.
Yeah? Anything hurt right now?
No.
The family has received tremendous support from friends in Canton and here at the Ronald McDonald House. But the goal now is to go home and just be a normal little boy.
Because then I can go faster.
Run faster?
And do all the stuff that I wanted to do when I can't.
In Cleveland, Jennifer Jordan, Fox 8 News.
Now we are going to take a short break, but stay tuned because up next we share with you the newest ways to travel.
Something's happening to the polar bear. Arctic sea ice is melting away. 2/3 of the world's polar bears will be gone by 2050, and the entire species could be extinct by the end of the century. Go to SaveThePolarBear.org today.
Hello? Ken, I'm busy right now.
That's the way we get by, the way we get by. All that's the way we get by, the way we get by. That's the way we get by, the way we get by, the way. That's the way we get by. That's the way we get by. We found a new kind of dance in a magazine. Try it out, it's like nothing you ever seen. Your sweet talk like a cup, you know it. You bought a new bag of pots, so let's make a new start. And that's the way to my heart, the way to my heart. That's the way we...
Thinking of a new way for transportation? Uber the app teamed up with Epic Helicopters to find an innovative way to arrive in style.
If you're going to Jerry's World, why not arrive like Jerry himself, making your own touchdown?
Something Jerry would do, right? It's like go big or go home.
One in Rome, now it's one in Dallas.
Uber, the app that finds you a driver, teamed up with Epic Helicopters to offer something new.
We thought about what's a different way to get to the stadium. Being able to see the stadium as you're flying in. Seeing Jerry's World flying in from that perspective is kind of unheard of.
Uber started booking flights at 11 this morning for $350 a person. Almost instantly, it was overwhelmed.
We knew at 11 o'clock we had to click, click, click.
We stayed persistent for about half an hour. It seemed like we just kept hitting the refresh button.
The company briefly pulled the offer, reposted it, and within 30 minutes sold out. About 20 people in all got a reservation.
We were giving high fives.
Oh yeah, we were stoked about it. We thought it was going to touchdown or something.
The flight from Love Field to AT&T Stadium is 12 minutes flat.
I don't want to sit in traffic.
This is the fastest way to get there, no doubt.
It's an experience often reserved for the rich and famous.
But today, we're finding these are just really dedicated fans.
A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity some just couldn't pass up.
It's real simple. It's a bucket list. I mean, when can you say you took an Uber chopper from a private airport to AT&T Stadium to watch the Ducks win?
Ever wonder what it's like to be a twin? Helen and Lucille share their story of what it's like to live a life with the twin by their side.
We get along in everything.
Since Helen and Lucille's first birthday in Detroit, the world may have changed a lot.
but they still wear the same outfits and are still inseparable.
Even, growing up and even after you're married. Because we lived in the house and you only lived about 4 miles from us. She was always interrupting. She'd come over to my place. Oh, hello. No.
Their first job, side by side as operators for the phone company back in the early 40s.
After a while, they wouldn't let us work together, so she worked in one and I worked right down the road. Too much yucking, I guess.
They've had disagreements, but never an argument. The family will tell you they've never heard one say a cross word about the other. Lucille's husband knew when they married 67 years ago, this was a package deal.
They are a joy to be around, and I've grown to love in the essence I'm talking about with Helen, just like Lucille.
But when it came to Joe and boys in general, there was some competition between
was getting to be the first one. No.
They've used their physical resemblance to torment parents, teachers, husbands, and each other.
But you pretended you were me on the phone, and you talked to him a half hour to find out everything about me. Well, that was a good way to find out. I know it.
Joe sums up life with the twins pretty well. He says he met them as part of a church orchestra. Lucille played the cello. Her sister played the violin. And he says he's been playing second fiddle ever since. From Milford, I'm Guy Gordon, Local 4.
In need of an ounce of cuteness, here's a look at the cutest Super Bowl around. Let's see if these dogs can predict the correct outcome to this year's Super Bowl.
If you're looking for a game with some bite, these hounds are hyped.
Who wants to play some football? You want to play some football? Whoa!
From the moment the canines kicked off, the ref got no respect.
You have to give the ball back to the ref. That's the rules.
From ripping up the sidelines to hitting me below the belt.
Oh, that's illegal. That's personal foul.
Both the puppies and the penalties piled up. Instead of eating up the competition, the dogs just wanted to eat the footballs.
I think I found Richard Sherman here. Richard, how do you feel about your girlfriend giving birth? And do you think you're going to win the game?
This is the third Puppy Bowl the Golden Paw Pet Resort in Hillcrest has hosted. Dana Kreitzer says the dogs successfully picked the 2014 Seahawks Super Bowl win.
Last year, we predicted the correct team to win the Super Bowl. So this year, we're hoping we have the same prediction.
The rules are simple. Green bandanas, Seahawks. Red bandanas, Patriots. New England scored first with an incredible cut and carry across the goal line.
Touchdown, Patriots!
But Seattle struck right back.
Touchdown, Seahawks!
Then, just after halftime, some funny business.
Wait a minute, there's only 53 dogs on the field. We're missing one. This better not be happening on my watch. Oh, great! A Deflategate scandal. That's a definite disqualification. All tied up. Fourth quarter, 14 all.
Following the final whistle, I had no idea what the score was.
So Dana, what's the result of the third annual Puppy Bowl?
The final score was 27 Seahawks, 17 Patriots.
Wow. Most of America will be very pleased by that result. Back to you in the CBS News 8 studio.
It is now time for another break. Coming up later in the show, we will take a look at how the Mustangs are preparing for their biggest competition yet.
Beyond the District, we'll be right back.
When I get to the bottom, I go back to the top of the slide, where I stop and
Welcome back to Beyond the District. I'm Leanna Lamasella. Now let's take a look at how the snow is coming down hard and how communities are coming together to help each other during this long, cold winter.
I'm with Auburn Fire, and these boys are from Boy Scouts, and we're wondering if you need any help.
Auburn firefighters are going door to door, helping their older residents dig out from Tuesday's storm. But they have some little helpers in tow.
Yes, we were out there because we were just helping the community and the elders since they couldn't shovel their driveways.
Cub Scouts are helping the firefighters clear driveways and walkways and check vents. But Cub Master Tom Baker says they're learning more than just how to shovel snow.
A lot of us were we're only self-aware. We're not aware of our environment or the people, our neighbors around us. And going out there and helping our neighbors, you know, you can't ask for that.
We're very capable young men if you need our help.
Yep.
Just clean that up a little bit, I guess. Maybe the most in need of help was Verna Nye.
Well, I have to kind of
Next, we take a look at the Mustangs and their one unique teammate and how she overcomes great boundaries set against her, but still finds a way to push through and be on top.
5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
The countdown is on. As 13 girls get one last practice in at the Colorado School of Mines.
Good. Watch the Gatorade bottle, guys.
In minutes, the Manitou Springs Mustangs will compete against other top teams.
Guys, take a deep breath. That was a great run through.
Cheerleaders from across the Front Range take center stage, showcasing spirit and synchronicity.
From Manitou, come on, Spring! Energy!
The Manitou Springs Mustangs huddle one last time.
Please welcome to the floor, the Manitou Springs
For the first time, joining them in competition is 16-year-old Corey Mitchell.
She's full of life and full of energy, and she always wants to be a part of everything.
Her mom, Bonnie King, watches with pride. And a daughter who's wanted to be a cheerleader since elementary school. Her mom is emotional. But learning these already complicated routines is harder for Corey.
It's just a tough road when you have a differently abled child. And to see them have a sense of belonging and acceptance, it's just what she wants, of course. And it's just so beautiful to see it.
Happy, Corey's teammates see what's under the surface.
I love that this team has been so accepting of her, because they teach her, but she also has things to teach them.
Things like courage, patience, and unconditional friendship.
She's pretty spunky, and she's got some sass, and she loves being out there. It's nice to see her smile and just be like part of the team.
Sometimes competitions aren't about who wins.
And in second place, let's put our hands together for Manitou Springs.
But a little hardware doesn't hurt. Corey accepts the trophy and a hand from the rest of the Mustangs.
It's my dream come true. I love my girls a lot. I'm a big fan, cheerleader.
And Corey's teammates are big fans of her. In Golden, Tammy Vigil, Fox 31, Denver.
Ever wonder where your lost balloons go? One girl's letter to her deceased father ended up in the right hands. One lady is changing one girl's life just from reading one meaningful letter.
It's unclear how long this star-shaped balloon was flying in the skies above us, but when it finally fell to Earth, it found the right people.
It was by this area when I had picked it up, pretty much within my line of path back to my vehicle.
Jacob Brandt was leaving Local Heroes after lunch last week when he came across a balloon crumpled on the ground.
I asked them if they had a receptacle to deposit it in, because I think it to be trash.
We started reading it and realized what we had here and got kind of emotional about it.
Owner Lisa Swissley says she immediately noticed this wasn't just any old balloon, but one with a letter from a young girl.
Happy birthday, Dad. I will always be your little girl, Dad. Don't forget that I missed you.
To her father, who passed away.
What she's been doing over the years and how well she's been doing and how proud he would be of her.
Swissley noted the name written on the balloon and found the young girl on Facebook. The girl's Facebook page said she was from Whittier, a town in Southern California.
It came over 400 miles. It's a long way and a lot of empty space in between. And how it got here, I don't know.
But Lisa knew she wanted to do something, so she started asking for donations on Facebook to send the young girl a care package.
Jewelry and photo albums and some letters, messages of support and love from here at Auburn.
A very special balloon that could have easily been thrown away.
She asked in the letter to send her a sign. And so, I don't know, maybe it came here for a reason.
Lisa is still collecting donations for the care package she plans to mail this weekend to the young girl's school in Southern California.
Remember, if you have a story you would like us to cover,
or if you have an announcement about an upcoming event, please send it inter-school mail to the TV studio at High School East, or you can email us at tv21@trsschools.com. Also, be sure to tune in TV21 throughout the day to catch this show and Tom's River School Today as we bring you stories from around the district. Also, please take a look at our website at www.trschools.com/TV21.
well, that wraps up tonight's show. For Beyond District, I'm Leanna Lamasella.
And I'm Erin. Have a great night.